See how to arrange the icons Windows 8.1. So this is my text SMS. If I keep my finger on it, I'm going to see either unpin or reduce size. So let's just try to reduce the size. It's going to go square, and if I press again or reduce size, it goes tiny. And if I press again, it goes wide. These are the three sizes for each of the icons. If you want to unpin it, just unpin it there. It washes away. You can do the same, obviously, with any other item. Also, you can displace an item, just keep it down until it kind of activates, shows these two buttons, and at that point you just put your finger on it and drag it. Don't lift the finger, just put it down and drag it. And it does have some sort of a, you can call this intelligence, like it's trying to pose the others, make some plays. So that's how you play with this thing here. Um, I believe also it has some regrouping. I don't remember exactly what was this regrouping. If I would keep it down, let's just widen it. Also, you have a couple of items in there. And if I would click on that, well, I'm not big fan of these things. Let's just, so these are the items that are regrouped inside. Obviously, if you just click there, you can move this outside, or you can move it back inside. You can drag and drop there, whatever. Let's try perhaps like this, and then you only have the three remaining in there, and so on. Regrouping is not my cup of tea. If you want, I don't drink much tea though. So that's how you just wiggle these things. You can perhaps make some space like this. If you want to keep space, you cannot really create empty space like here, so you need to put one of these squares, bigger, smaller, to just kind of make space if you want. For instance, if I would move this at the bottom, and then I will move the Explorer at the bottom too, the space goes away automatically. So it's really that's how it works. There's sort of, if you want, limitations at that point. Just try to close this. Now, another thing is how to put back an item here, or any item. Let's try to put the text SMS. We have all apps and SMS. And by the way, this phone doesn't have a SIM card. SMS is going to be messaging. You just keep it down, keep your finger down and pin to start. And the messaging will be brought here at the bottom in this instance. And then you simply just keep your finger on it and then go with that small tapping on the whatever. I don't even remember how this was in place, someplace there. That's it. Basically, you can do. You can also swipe if you want to access this long menu. And I must, I wanted to add that one of the weak point in Windows is that this long menu can be, well, mine is not too long, but there is no way to regroup things here. The only, if you want action on this menu, is to search by a letter. So just, I'm not sure, games, G for games. It brings you into the games. So this menu is just keep this. What I'm doing here, if you see, this is a Lumia 810. It's one of the few that has physical buttons at the bottom. Most of Windows phones have the bottom buttons on the screen itself. And I want to point out that having the buttons physical like this, tactile, it's much better than having them on the screen, because when the three buttons bottom are on the screen display itself, it's you need to just swipe all the time to access the buttons. It doesn't work that well. It's less user friendly. So I do have the getting back, go back button here. This is the home button, and this is search button, which I never use. So you can just either go back or just press this center button for home. Again, you can simply normally should work. You can simply pin everything you want on the home screen, pin to start, and it's going there, or you just remove it from there. I was saying I am a big fan, well, big fan, so to say, big fan. I prefer Windows phones. I did put my hands on Android phones. I actually did own Android phone. I simply could not work with it. Simply, it's just as simple as that. I do have tablets, Android tablets, like them a lot, but the phone part didn't work for me. One of the biggest issues were with just trying to touch all those small icons. It takes, it's not fast for me, but maybe other people are doing better on this. And the other problem which that I had with Android phones is answering a call. When you get the call, you get that swipe thing and then touch thing. I could not get used to that thing. Windows, you touch answer right away. It's so much more convenient than on Android phone. So that's one of the reasons I prefer Windows phones. Like I said, this menu here, the fact that you cannot regroup these things in any way, you cannot maybe, you know, drag them on top of each other. If you see, it's all alphabetical. uh, is if you don't have like 50 menus here, 50 items, is not going to be difficult to use. But if you have many of them, you will just keep scrolling and try to find the right one. It's not intuitive, it's not user friendly. Unfortunately, Windows never figured out that it should be, there should be a way to regroup them. Maybe regroup the top ones to be the most used ones, or regroup them by folders or something like this. Unfortunately, they didn't get this idea. Maybe they thought you can just pin it them on the home screen, and that's kind of a selecting the most used ones. Okay, so this is it. If you want, at the top, you just swipe down and you have some information here. And yes, that my last messages, I think it's quite a while ago on this phone. You have what you can select here at the top. I did put Wi-Fi, contrast, location, plane mode, and you have access to all settings if you need. These are just the settings on these phones. I'm not going to scroll everything for you now. But yes, this is how you arrange the screen. And again, you can just have on this home screen just text and talk. So one of the points and one of the reason I'm making these videos, it's 2024. So this phone basically is almost 10 years old. For phones, that's a eternity, but I can just say that I'm still using this phone daily basis. Yes, it doesn't, I still have the WhatsApp icon. No social media works on these phones anymore. No I think even internet no longer works at all. Basically, there is no store at all, but you can still use the GPS for driving offline without data, without even a SIM card. The satellite does connect for free, and I still use it as a phone. Pictures, text, and talk, basically messaging. And for me, I do recommend this for all persons. You can still buy them. My suggestion is to buy a new one on eBay. Many come from China now. I don't know, maybe the production did continue for some years after they've been discontinued in the North American market. Buy new because you get new battery, and that's very important. Spare battery, replacement batteries, it's just impossible to get them. You will get a Chinese one which will have 10% of normal lifespan. It's going to be horrible. It's not going to be working properly. So buy a new one, China or any other market. and simply just use it as a phone. You just insert your SIM card, and it's in my opinion, it's so easy to just arrange what you need on the home screen, and uh, it's to use it as a simple phone for all persons. I'm not, well, hopefully I'm not too old, but for persons who want just simple basic function and easy, quick to use, simple to answer phone. Most of the times these phones have been built by Nokia. This one, it's a Nokia, and Nokia has good quality earpiece, sounding, microphone, connection. Usually this work good. Cameras depends on the phone. Some are better, some are less good. But it's just a good phone with good battery life when it's new. And I do recommend it as a simple basic phone for anyone who needs that. Um, obviously make sure you buy one that says that's guaranteed to be unlocked, because nobody is going to unlock any phone by these times. So it must be absolutely unlocked when you purchase them. And just put any SIM card in there, and just enjoy having a simple to use phone. Thanks for watching. No apps, just phone.